I'm going to read a passage from Productive Love and Thinking. Genuine love is rooted in productiveness and may properly be called, therefore, productive love. Its essence is the same, whether it's the mother's love for the child, our love for man, or the erotic love between two individuals. Although the objects of love differ, and consequently the intensity and quality of love itself differ, certain basic elements may be said to be characteristic of all forms of productive love. These are care, responsibility, respect, and knowledge. I found this passage really interesting because everyone seems to kind of be under the impression that love is something that's completely out of your control, and it's just you can't really help it. If it happens to you, then you're really lucky, and if you don't get married, then it's because you haven't found that one person. And I think that's kind of sad how everyone just kind of believes that, or a lot of people do, or society kind of feeds us that through shows and songs and whatever. Because the truth is that loving productively is one of the hardest things you can do, because it means that you have to actually be able to care for the other person and truly know who they are beyond lust, which is often mistaken for love, and really just appreciate them for who they are and not try and project your own thoughts onto who they should be or on who you think they should be. And you have to care about their development and just respect the other person and, respect your differences and be able to respond to them. And that's kind of things that need to be done in the care, responsibility, respect, and knowledge that you need to have to love productively. And you also need to kind of be able to love yourself before you can actually love another person, because if you criticize yourself on everything, all you're going to do is do the same criticisms to the other person, and then eventually they'll get sick of it. What I found interesting is what we talked about earlier as well, about how the divorce rate's so high because people kind of give up when they get married, and they figure that I've won them over, they said they love me, and unconditional love, no matter what I do now, I already have them. But you have to get the idea of unconditional love out of your head, because then you end up marrying a different person than you fell in love with, because you all of a sudden the other person becomes boring or doesn't even try, or I don't know, and it just seems like a completely different relationship, which is probably why the divorce rate's 50%, 70% in cosmopolitan areas. And I just think this article was really interesting to kind of open people's eyes beyond the ignorance of how, love is just something that we can't really control, and that, if it happens, great. If it doesn't, it's not your fault at all, when truthfully it actually is something to do with you, and you can actually help yourself be able to love someone. And yeah, I think that everyone should read this article because it really puts things in perspective.